mix of day 6, October 13th, 2016. I'm taking our evening drive and stroll like we normally would, but we're leaving a little bit earlier than normal. It's about 6:42 p.m. I know in the summertime we'd go at about 8 or 8:30 because the sun would stay out late and it was so hot. It was so hot that we'd have to go late in the evening, but the sun is going down earlier now, and it's getting a little bit cooler too. And so I was just going to take our casual drive and walk and make a little short conversation with you. But I got something in the mail today, Pinky. It was a little card from the Abbott's Animal Hospital, and it was there was, all the Dr. O and all the staff wrote a little something on there. And as soon as I quit driving and once we get to the park, I'll read it for you. But when I got it and read it, it kind of put tears in my eyes again. The card pretty much stated, exactly what I've been saying too, except that I think that you're already in the heavenly realms waiting for me. But I'm glad to receive the card, Pinky, because I've been struggling a little bit with a little bit of guilt and thinking that maybe I didn't do everything I could for you. And there was a part of me that thought maybe Dr. O and some of the members of the staff might have thought the same thing, that I didn't do everything I could. But in my heart that I really did. I tried everything. I tried to get you to stop eating so much. So many times I would yell at you, and I would try to put my foot down, and I even bought a cage so I could put you in the cage when I ate, so that I wouldn't have to give you any food, or just maybe give you some dog food. That's why I bought that cage. But like I said before, the two of us were exactly the same. We have a strong will, and we want to live how we want to live, and no one can tell us how to live otherwise. But that's why I'm not even sure if I even got you on the medication that it would have done much good, because I wouldn't have been able to stop you to stop eating. I don't know why, but when you were in the house, you just wanted to eat all the time down here. In Hawaii, you didn't eat that much, and you're happy being outside looking at the beach and stuff, but here, I think you just got kind of bored of this area, and the only thing you looked forward to was eating instead of eating delicious, tasty treats, instead of going to the park and stuff anymore. I had taken you to just about every park here, and I think you got kind of tired of seeing everything, and you'd seen it all before. That's exactly how I would feel too, because whenever I'm doing something for a while, I get kind of sick of it too, after a short while. But I remember looking back at my life, all the different phases that I went through. When I first came to the States, I used to play baseball. I was really into it for a couple of years, and then I got sick of it. And then later on, I would move on to other things, always trying to find other things to keep my interest. And then I would go into like new wave music and getting into all that stuff and going through my adolescent teenage years, and I was really into it. And then all of a sudden one day I pretty much just stopped doing it. And then when I got into high school, I was really into football, and I would think about football every day, and that's all I wanted to do. And that's all I thought about during the day, and all I thought about during the night. And then as soon as I graduated and left it, and when I got into college, I never thought about it again. And I never really wanted to play again. And then in college, I got into tennis, and I would play tennis every day, even in the rain, for like a couple of years, and then one day I would stop, and I haven't played tennis or touched a racket in over a decade now, and I don't even really care about playing. And then I got into writing, and I wanted to write a novel, and I wrote for like a year straight, even though in the beginning I was not a very good writer at all. But I kept going at it, and working on it, and then I finally finished that novel years down the road, and then after I finished, I quit writing, and I really haven't really written anything serious after that. And then there were a bunch of other phases I went through too. You know, I would get into it really deep and think about it all the time, and then one day wake up, I wouldn't think about it ever again, or hardly ever. And that's the way you were. In your short life here, you would go through your phases, and you would get really into it, like walking around the neighborhood in the local park that was right here next to our house, and that's all you ever wanted to do. And then you got sick of it, and then you want to go out and try to find other parks, and then we went to all the other parks in the area, and after a while you got sick of that too, and then we rode the electric bike, and we rode it like over 3,000 miles in a period of like 6 months, and that's all you ever wanted to do. And then you kind of slowed down from that too, although you never really got sick of the electric bike. You always wanted to ride it, even in your last days, you would love riding that electric bike. And then we would travel and go to see different places and go to Hawaii and things like that. And eventually you would have probably got sick of that too. And that's exactly how I was, and that's exactly who you were. And I think you were just tired of being here and looking at the same things, and so I just couldn't get you to stop eating when you were here. No matter how hard I tried, and no matter how firm I tried to be with you, and I tried to, and how I used to yell at you sometimes, I don't think you would have ever changed that, because that's just the way you are, and that's just the way I am too. And that was just who we were and who we are, and it's just our personality, Pinky, and that's why we're meant to be together, because we're two of a kind. And I don't know if I could have changed that. I don't know if I would like to change it, even if your life was cut short here because you couldn't get you to stop eating so much. But let me read this card a little bit for you. It's called the Rainbow Bridge. the place called Rainbow Bridge, and it starts by saying, when our beloved companions die, they go to Rainbow Bridge, just outside of Heaven's Gate. It is a place of rolling hills and lush green meadows. Food, water, and sunshine are plentiful. Here, old animals become young again, and the ill or injured are made healthy and strong. The animals are happy and content, but one thing isn't yet right. There is someone very special that they had to leave behind. Even though the days are full of running and playing, a day comes when one of the animals suddenly stops and looks off into the distance. Eyes shining in eager anticipation, seeing his special someone, he breaks away from his friends, flying across the fields. With a welcoming embrace, you and your pet are reunited forever. You look once more into the loving eyes of your pet and realize that you had never left each other's hearts, and you cross the Rainbow Bridge together. That's a very nice card, Pinky. And I know that you're waiting there for me. And I know that one day we're going to see each other again. And I know that you come by and visit me at nights. And I know that you're watching over me, making sure that I'm okay and I have the strength and to go on and finish the rest of my days here. And I know that you're up there counting the minutes and the days just like me until we're together again. Inside the card it says, thinking about you in your time of loss, may you find some comfort in knowing we share your sadness. And then they all wrote something inside. I think I'm gonna send him a card back and let him know how much I appreciated this. I guess this card pretty much says everything I was feeling, except that I think that you're already in the heavenly realms and that you're waiting for me in there, and that's where we came from together, and you came down here to keep me company and to show me love and pain and suffering while I'm down on this earth, and to straighten out some of my bad habits. And you had to leave early because there was something I had to finish here. Dr. O wrote, Pinky Spirit will always remain in our hearts. And I think it's Jeff. Jeff wrote, my sympathies on the loss of your beloved dog, Pinky. And Caitlin wrote, I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry for the loss of sweet Pinky. Sonia wrote, so sorry for your loss. I think I'm going to hold on to this card for the rest of my life too, Pinky. And I'm going to put it in the Buddha's book and use it next to your hair clippings as a marker. And this card I'll always remember. And I hope they get many great blessings for taking their time to send this card to us. I know they didn't have to do that. But it's about 7 o'clock in the evening, Pinky. And we're about 15 minutes into this video. There's still a lot of people playing baseball. sit in the car for a couple of more minutes until some of the people start to leave because it's almost 7 o'clock. But I really miss you, Pinky. Stay 6. Part 6. It's been almost a week since you've gone, and I still think about you all day, every day. And talking to you like this is sort of like me watching over you all day, every day. It helps me feel like I'm still watching over you and taking care of you. And that you're still here with me. But I want you to know that I'm still counting the days till I see you again. And that I hope that you're doing the same. And each day, I hope it gets a little bit easier, and I hope that you still visit me every night, or try to. So that the days will be short, and it'll pass fast. I know that's quite a bit to ask of you when you could be up there, happy, surrounded by your loved ones. But maybe once in a while you can drop by and visit me. Keep me company at nights. So that I won't have to wait so many years before I could see you again. I wish I could have traded places with you and me, who got sick and left early, but then I wouldn't have wanted to leave you behind. Even if I was sick with some terminal illness, I would have found some way to keep it together until you passed first. Because I would have hated for you to be here without me. I think that being left behind is worse than actually going early. In so many ways, because it's so painful to be here without you. And having to finish out the rest of this life without you is going to be very difficult. I think it's going to be the biggest hurdle that I'm going to have to overcome in this lifetime. Even if I was destined to reach enlightenment and possibly teach Buddhism to the people who are here, even more so, I think getting over the hurdle of losing you, I think, is going to be the most difficult part of my life. But I'm about to go and take our short walk, Pinky. talk to you a little bit more. I want to keep it short so that I can upload this one too. But I also want to take a short walk so that I can talk to you while I'm walking so that I don't feel too awkward out there walking without you or walking and not talking to you. There's nobody playing tennis today, Pinky. Nobody's practicing or playing a match. We used to always find those people playing matches and practicing on the tennis courts here. When we used to always walk here at night. But nobody's playing today, which is very odd. Maybe some people are just finishing up or getting ready to finish up. But everyone seems to be around the baseball fields. But there's a couple of people playing who were just taking a break. But I'm going to try to make this walk kind of brisk so that I can keep it short. Maybe I'll try to cut it off at about 30 minutes or so. But I'm really happy that we got the card today, Pinky. The card definitely means quite a bit. And I know there's other people who are thinking that the same thing, that when my time is finished here, that you'll be waiting for me. Because I think they knew that we were so close. And we spent so much time together, and that we really loved each other. But you were just not my dog, Pinky. I firmly believe that you were sent, and you just took the form of a dog in this life because they knew that I would never probably get married or choose to have a girlfriend or anything like that, because that's not my destiny here. And they knew that I would never go out and buy a dog, and so they sent you to your uncle. And then one day he asked me to take care of you just out of the blues. And he told me how a couple times you would run away from the house and run over to my house in the same neighborhood. I don't know how you knew where I lived, or where, because I think you'd only been over to my house maybe once or so. And so how you knew which house was mine, I still have no idea. And so that also gives me no doubt that we were meant to be together, that somehow you knew where I lived. And you wanted to come stay with me. And it was destiny for you to come and stay with me. But how did you know, Pinky? How did you know that that's where I lived? I mean, of all the houses in the neighborhood, you'd only been to my house once before. And then you'd somehow find my house and run over to it like you wanted to live with me instead. And then as soon as he asked me to take care of you, I was so excited. even though I tried not to show it. I was so excited to have you come over and live with me. And then our great journey began, where we spent just about every day together. And even though I really needed to go out and work more, I chose not to do it so I could spend every day spending time with you. And I have no regrets about that, Vicky. I wouldn't change one bit of it, and I'd do it all over again. And if you stayed another couple of years, I would have spent my entire life savings so that we could be together every day. And I wouldn't change one bit of it. I would do it again and again and again. That's how much I loved spending time with you, Pinky. But I'm gonna cut this video short this audio short so that I can upload it. And this is one of the ones I'll listen to many times before I pass from this life. Because of the really nice card that they sent us. And so I'll talk to you in a little bit, Pinky. Take care. I miss you. You behave up there. And I'll be there soon to join you again, and we can be together again. I'll talk to you in a little bit, Pinky. Take care.